some requests. Call, WhatsApp or SMS us on 0044 777 0603 264.
Yes, people, Miss Trixie in the house giving you a 2-2 special interview. You know how we do. I have an author in my seat. Say hi to the people, Maximus.
What go on, people? Big up, big up.
Yes, so I'm going to give him an interview, but I'm going to pump a track first because you know I've got to big up my #1 on the free use charts. Y'all can go and check that out on the London Hot Spotify playlist. Make sure you give these artists their views and their likes. This one here is Miss Ali, Killing with Silence.
Killing with beauty, killing with silence, killing with art and killing with music, killing with science, killing with numbers, step up front, or killing with alliance, killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence, killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence, killing with art and killing with music, killing with science, killing with numbers, step up front, or killing with alliance. Killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence.
Yeah, killing with intelligence, relevant facts and stacks to the evidence.
Elements, math and crack for the hell of it. Never forget like an elephant.
Get it like big bada boom, fifth element. Let me get a bag full of food and adrenaline.
Send me when I hit, then I groove, hit relevant. Anything I spit, I'ma do, keep peddling.
Keep vetting him back, he's better than all these veterans.
Who keeps letting them out, keep heckling.
They keep stepping in, I keep wetting them down. I be
leveling, I be heading about.
The feet settling, the referee said it's a foul.
But he's decking him and he ain't done a stretch in a while.
Scan pen again, pick up the pen again.
Wow, this ain't relevant. I'm ahead of the crowd.
Now he's stepping in dangerous territories now, I keep telling him.
I'm in the zone, nowhere to go, where the love at. Better at home, I'm on the road, I'm on the phone, I'm looking grown, but on the real, I'm a rough rat.
Following though, because I love that. I'm a super boom when I go, watch that. Hit of the moment, I'ma go and get my watch back. Running like 10 man deep to the ox flats. When I see people, it's on site, contact.
Run up on Teresa, made with the heels on display, get the knees in the air like on back.
Now nobody's on that, they're so scared of authority, they're not willing to go against the wrong cat. Like a redneck screaming with a bonza.
Can have a death rate, you can take a long nap, sleep on it first, or leave in a hearse. If it means you're the worst, then I see when beyond chat, I don't see words, especially when the song's whack.
Can't reverse, the damage has been dirt, you could never reimburse, you getting your desserts. I'm thinking that you put the D first. Britain is Europe, me serve.
These nerds got the stamina doing the research, each word's got the grammar and you would indeed learn.
Okay, I'ma get the crumble and let the weed turn, cause I can't listen to another return.
Sending me desert, I'ma get on Tumblr, get on a deep search, cause I'm sick of mumblers, brother, we need words. Sit amongst the humblest, I'm an achiever. We work, put an end to the cycle, no rebirths. Off.
Killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence, killing with art and killing with music, killing with science, killing with numbers, step up front, or killing with alliance, killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence, killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence, killing with art and killing with music, killing with science, killing with numbers, step up front, or killing with alliance. Killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence.
Let me kill him with the kind of bars that I make. Playing this game, you play for high stakes. Bringing that T-bone to the plate like bone and petite. Serve me the hate, serve me the anger, serve me the rage. I'm a reach, and I turn in the page, keep burning away. I'm a churn in the crate, cheese, but I'm up, I'm trade.
Most don't give a if they're getting paid. It's only a fire, it's only a raid. It's only an epidemic, not crime wave.
It's only the government digging our graves. When the DUP lead the fort, I'm paid. And it ends in the suicide road where it's made.
May don't want it, now May run away. Cause Brexit is all little May can say. I've been saying get rid of May from day, from time where she wouldn't go check me estate.
The community bear that way. Now 2 years on, no dates for the case. No name to the face, no residence place.
They're hesitant with it with a vacant face. Looking at every impatient face while knowing they could all have a vacant place.
These privileged few wanna play name, know what's best for the old and the poorest youth. Wanna speak for the people like we are equals, but they're never speaking the truth. The insult in tears of a slap in the face, they lost everything they knew.
And it caused everything they do. I need money and so do these two. So why don't we put in peace and grow food? Equals in each and split the pros too. Just so we have enough to play for the roof on my head. Gas and a little juice too. 2 twos, 2 blues, call 2 case, and they lose food. And now the fam's in the worst place. But figure why I had to do it in the first place though. To be honest, I got like no confidence in Boris. I'm fed up, I'm so done with Tories. Way too many of us have died, and it's like we were just lined up and dashed in quarries. And it still isn't acknowledged. 2 days of newspaper stories, and that's it, the family buried their bodies. So,
killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence, killing with art and killing with music, killing with science, killing with numbers, step up front, or killing in alliance, killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence. Killing with kindness, killing with beauty, killing with silence. silence.
Yo, if you know, you better get to know, and if you don't, you better get to know. I'm telling you. Big up hashtag BGR. That is Miss R Lee. That one was killing with silence. She's got a bag of features on there. Y'all need to go and check her out. And her lyrics are just on top. I have Maximus in my hot seat today. This is a 2-2 special. Y'all are locked into London Hot Radio, and he is an author. So he's gonna be here talking about his book and thing. But it seems as you're a writer, you know about lyrics, right?
I know all about lyrics.
So what did you think of that?
I thought she delivered, man. She delivered.
You see why she's number one?
She had me bringing out the hands and everything, man.
He was here skanking, you get me? You know how he did. That's why she's number one. She had it bodied. Yo, those lyrics are on top. So, tell us a little bit about you, Mr. Maximus.
Well, basically, I'm a writer. Yeah, I've been writing since I was a little child. And, you know, I've recently written my first book.
Oh, so your first book published?
Published.
Y'all gotta pick that up. Y'all gotta pick that up. Peaches.
Yeah, man.
My sister Peaches. You know what? Yeah, back in the day, I did a show with her with RTM.
For real?
Up in East London. It was like the first time I had my dreads out.
You're serious? You didn't tell me you had dreads. You didn't tell me you had dreads.
Yeah, man. Back in the day when I did the top wear set and thing, you get me? Big up everybody. Y'all need to hit me back up, yeah. Call my agent. No joke. Yeah, no.
Where did you cut them?
I had to rebirth, man. I had the rebirthing system. Yeah, my dad kind of cut off his dreads and I grew mine. It was like all unknown. So I kind of took on his crown and.
Nah, respecting that. Nah, respecting that.
Where's your dreads?
Listen, I didn't want to go there. I started losing my hair at like 21 or something, man. Just look in the mirror one day, like, where is my hair gone?
Oh,
you know
no, don't give me jokes.
Yeah. Just cut it off, bald, and just go on, innit?
I said I'm gonna stay bald now.
Just go on, innit? Innit, Mr. Barland, you know?
I'm just gonna put it all in the pen. So you've been writing for how long?
I've been writing since I was about 6, you know. Yeah, I think I wrote my first poem, A Better World, when I was about 6.
Amazing. So you're into poetry too? So you can fully understand the lyricism on the beats then. You can get that.
Listen. I don't listen, Trixie. I get it and I feel it. You know what I mean? The lyrics you can just feel, you know what I mean? A man just comes straight from the heart, you know? A woman comes straight from the heart and just, you know, just delivers, man.
So what took you so long to get your first published book?
That's actually a very good question, you know? The whole journey, my whole writing thing has been a journey, you know. I always used to just, you know, come home right after school and things like this. But just when I write, it's like I'm accessing a different part of myself. You know?
Fully get that. I get that. I'm sure all writers, anybody that writes music, writes scripts, writes poetry, any writer, you could just be doing lawful writing. You get me? Like the essays writing. I'm into all of that, yeah. But big up yourself for real. It's a whole different zone of writing. It's like you putting your brain in a whole different gear.
Thank you. It's exactly what it is. Listen, yes, a totally different gear. No, 100%.
I get it. So 100%. You had to get into your comfortability of finding yourself then, I suppose.
I've been finding myself for years on this, but you know, I've gone to a lot of different places to actually, you know, get certain feelings, get certain experiences, and you know, with the whole pandemic, you know, certain things were going on in my life. You know, I won't go too much into them at the moment, but it just brought everything together, and I just thought, what better time to try to connect with people right now, especially going through certain things and, you know, not being able to see your families and all these sorts of things. And it resonated with me. So I thought, you know what, let me just use this time. Let me plow on with this project and let me get it out there. Yeah? Whatever the chips more fall.
Do you think that time is a big element in like being creative? Whether you're painting or you get me drawing or you just like in writing or even in music itself, do you not think it takes a time element, doesn't it?
It always takes time. It's just have you got that time? And sometimes you have to force that time. You know, sometimes, you know, you get home from a long day. You know, do you really want to pick up the pen and write? Some people can't. Some people, it's like, you know, maybe you have to get up an extra half hour early or whatever and stuff. But it's just whether it's in the soul or not. And I know you're a writer as well, yeah. And I know
sometimes you get writer's block and then sometimes you just free flow.
Exactly. That's it.
I think it's harder doing writing books and stuff because especially if you're signed to a publisher, it's like they have deadlines. It's just like being in a contract in music. Like you're making music with certain producers or whatever. You have certain deadlines, and it's like you have to get that work done. Like so, you literally have to find that time.
You have to find exactly. It's not easy. It's not easy. But as a writer, we have to plow through and try and get our stuff out there.
The pandemic kind of helped you in that aspect because it slowed you down with everything else.
It slowed me down, and I had to ask myself, like, what's really important? You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I say is really important to me is legacy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, trying to.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Yo, peeps.
Oh, it's legacy.
You gotta drop the bombs on that, boy. Yes, legacy is everything.
Yeah, no, listen. Like, I lost a very close friend of mine recently and thing.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It's it's life and but it's one of the ones where we don't know how long we're actually going to be here for, as human beings. We don't, we just don't know. Everyone expects it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody expects to get up in the morning, you know what I mean, put on two socks or two shoes or whatever, just go about their day and that. But it's not guaranteed that that's going to be your day. Happen. Yeah, so if you've got any hopes and dreams, what I'm trying to create for my book is just, just one of the underlying messages is to just chase it. Chase it. We're only here once. People might love the book, people might hate it. It is what it is, but
this is your one shot. This is my I'm putting it out now. I'm good with this. I'm happy. Let me put it out there.
Trixie, you feel that? You feel that. It's exactly that.
So tell us a bit more about the book then in hand that you've just published. Like, what's the name, the title? Like, give us a little. Don't give us too much though, because we want to read it.
I won't listen. I won't give you too much.
Give us a little gist about what the book's about and thing.
Well, basically, the title is Poetry from Pain. A black man's story, yeah? A black man's story, yeah? And,
the title alone has got me intrigued, I got to cop this book.
Yeah, no. It's a really honest / open account, and it's, obviously I'm a black man, but I've got many other titles apart from being a black man. But at times society has made me feel that that's the most important title, so screw everything else in the heart, everything else, no. It's just the fact that. And I just want to connect with people that have probably had similar experiences to that. As I said, at a really critical time when people are going through their own little personal battles and stuff, I thought, this was the perfect time to release this type of book, like right now. Okay,
I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued. So this is like, in the book, would you say personal accounts or like just...
I would say that, the book is based on fact, 100%, just a little bit embellishment here and there, but on the whole,
like comics where they over-exaggerate on certain parts.
Exactly. Just couple bits. But it's a very honest, open account of certain experiences that I had. From growing up to traveling to, just different experiences in life, how it made me feel, and I've just tried to tap into a different part of my soul, and it's like I'm trying to speak to the souls of
people that relate to you,
other
basically.
people, the young to the old.
Y'all heard it here first. Y'all need to go and check out this book. Yeah, what's the title?
100%. It's called Poetry from Pain. Subtitle: A Black Man's Story.
Y'all need to go and check that book out and copy it. And if you do relate to it in any way, I'm sure Maximus would love to have your feedback.
I would love your feedback, reviews and everything else. It's on Amazon at the moment. But just, if you like it, if it touches your soul the way it's supposed to, just let the world know, As I said, this is my story, yes, but I also want to encourage other people to tap into that bit of their soul as well, not just through music, because we're doing it through music, and I used to do music, but writing as well. Let's get our stories out there.
It's true. Yo, big up yourself. Saying that, like I was listening, and like obviously there's a tune that I can relate to where you're coming from, where she's coming from as well, because it's all that suffer of pain and how you turn it into something positive. You see what I'm saying? And how others see your pain and how they feel from it and relate from it, that they could learn something, or maybe an option, a different outlook of dealing with the same issue. You know what I mean? Because it ain't easy out here. There's a lot of men out here that are probably in your books, and no one don't really open up. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a talk show coming up. Y'all need to lock in every Wednesday or every other Wednesday at 1 p.m. We're gonna be discussing that, like man's depression, and how men ain't really got no one to turn to or reach out to talk about these things. So how can they learn from it if they have no acknowledgement of themselves about it, if that makes sense?
Thank you. Listen, that's exactly it.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm very proud of you. That's a big step. Like,
thank you.
It's just trying to get people to read more books, because I've realized even with music nowadays, not a lot of people appreciate words. They don't like grammar, lyrics, metaphors, even just down to how things are put in context. They don't appreciate it.
I get that. No, exactly. That's what exactly. You're right.
I'd love y'all. I'd love all of your fans. Y'all really, I see you out there. You get me, Lenora. I see you. Y'all need to just go and check your people's them and get them to pick up a poetry book. Like, get them to read your bars if you're writing bars. Because I get a lot of my friends to read my bars. I don't spit it to them. I make them read it first.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did you get from it?
Yeah.
And they're looking at me like tricks. I couldn't find the beat. Like, fam, I don't care how you think I'm going to spit it. I just want to know what you think of the context of the writing.
I love that. No.
Because they take it in a different way when they read my bar to when I'm spitting it to them.
I love that.
You get me? Because tone has a big element. And I kind of understand music in that aspect. Tone has a lot on people. You get me? And I get vexed with a couple of artists unnamed. You know who you are. You owe me a Cavossier. Yeah. But y'all on this monotone stuff, and I can't take the monotone tone.
Yeah.
Because it's your drilling. It's like something that's subliminal in everyone's head. They're gonna like it anyway because you're constantly humming it in the background. Where's your flow? Like, where's the flow and how you're bouncing the sonics and the phonics and everything in the music? They don't have that.
No, I get you.
It annoys me as an artist. It annoys me. You get me? So as a writer, it must annoy you that people that like say they're rappers, you're supposed to be poetic over the beat. You're not poetic. You ain't even got lyrics to be poetic. You're not poetic. You can't call yourself a writer or a songwriter or a rap artist because there's nothing there.
To be honest, listen, you're absolutely right. And I remember back in the days when I think the artist that did that the best to me was Tupac. Yeah, he learned to put his real poetry over a track.
Major.
That music is, for me, it's just timeless now. It's timeless now for that one reason.
That's why they say he's going to live on, innit?
Exactly.
We love Biggie, don't get twisted.
No, we love Biggie. No. Listen, 100%.
There's no war between Biggie and Tupac. They were both excelled at what they did. But Tupac was a writer. Biggie was a freestyler. There's a whole different element to that. You get me? Freestyling is not easy. Writers, you lot know this, but even when you're writing, you get more critic with what you're saying.
100%.
And he had so many ways of flipping the script. 100%. One sentence could mean 4 different things.
100%.
You know what I mean? Just depending on how you say it or how you see it or how you actually take it in.
100%.
There's like 4 different metaphors for the one sentence. And you're like, what?
Exactly.
You have to check it, and then you have to break down the whole code of what he's writing. Like, it's crazy. I love that. I love it.
Exactly. It's like certain times you can listen to it, and every time you're gonna take something new from it. And that's an amazing art to have.
So I hope we're going to get that from your next book.
Yeah. It's on the agenda now, for sure.
So you're writing something new then.
Listen, I'm trying. I did take a little break and stuff, but yeah, I do.
As we do get that little writer's block.
Yeah.
Need a break, some inspiration,
exactly.
Where am I going here?
To actually get it completed is just such a task as well, you know, and it's like, but now, I do need to just...
fully hear that. I'm going to play this track then, and I want to hear what you think about it. She's amazing. I believe she's amazing. Like, she doesn't push herself as much as she should, but then again, she's like you, it's time. Sometimes we ain't got the time to do it. Y'all need to go and find this book on Amazon and go and copy it. Do put your reviews down, and we will be sharing it on all our platforms, so you can go and check it out on our platforms. Leave your reviews, because I will surely make sure he gets them. Yes,
I appreciate that. I do.
It's how we do. This one is Tija, and this is Suffer.
Tija again. So far,
are you joking?
Me not like quality, them use me a breed. Senseless killings, a corrupt system. Real things, when some mistake, the one of them a go suffer. Take the innocent people, them life that's so wrong. The one of them a go suffer. For what the system put the people through, it's not over. The one of them a go suffer. Rob the people, them a work hard, them a drug card. The one of them a go suffer.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Big stones sit over the corner. I sell some apple and banana, mackerel in tin and all of those things, yeah. She have a son go school and every morning in polishing shoes. Ever look fresh, everything press, whoa. You get a bus out of steam, downtown instead of halfway tree. Go link up some friends for the next ends, yeah. So sleep on the wrong lane, they make a turn. My bad man and police, them a burn. But can't miss brown, they come downtown, whoa. Life taken, so we sing again. The whole of them a go suffer. Take the innocent people in a life that's so wrong. The whole of them a go suffer. For what the system put the people through, it's not over. The whole of them a go suffer. Rob the people them a work hard, them a draw car. The whole of them a go suffer. Violation guns, playing the knife. So many stories told, many young lives. Living in a ghetto isn't easy. Politician, government promises you'll make it not go freely. The world I get by, but nothing I want. They use them no fear, the government no fear. I'm not a rapper, just a writer, not a rhymer, just a grinder. And it's not about the fame, I'm just establishing my name.
Y'all need to go and check out Tisha. She is killing it out here. If you heard the different elements in those lyrics, I'm gonna let Maximus talk. What did you think about that?
Listen, it's a nice tune, but I love the switch. You know, I wasn't expecting that switch, and it was I love that. 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 I like when she was saying that. You know, they have to suffer. And I can totally relate to the lyrics, man. 100%.
So where are your roots from? Let the people know.
My parents are Jamaican. You know, my mum was born in Kingston, and my dad was born in Clarendon.
Big up the Kingston
So big up,
and
yeah, man,
Clarendon
big up the
family.
Jamaicans
Because
out
my
there as
family
well.
out there too.
Yeah,
Big up.
100%. Yeah, big up
Also, give
Jamaica.
a shout out to Johnny Taylor watching live from Chicago. Big up the USA.
Big up US, man. Big up US. Big up
Yes,
UK.
y'all are
Big
locked
up
into
everywhere.
London Hot Radio, and I have Maximus in my hot seat, and he has a book that y'all need to go and check out. It is poetries or pain.
Poetry from
Pain. I'm
yeah.
gonna get that right.
Yeah,
Poetry from
you're
Pain.
close,
I know I'm
you're
trying to
close.
remember so much.
Listen, you're close. You're close. You're
And
close.
yeah, you need to go and check that out because it is about the struggles of a black man, but not just about being a black man. It's about the whole point of being a man in this world and this society. Because y'all do not really have anybody to reach to. Y'all ain't got to be as strong as you think you do. And emotion is a big part of your growth.
100%. 100%. You know, it's one of those ones that, you know, if I look around me at times, I see some of the ills in society. I see people killing people, all that sort of crazy stuff. And it's like, sometimes it comes down to expression. You know, if we were taught to express ourselves better, maybe we wouldn't be doing certain things, you know. You know, maybe if we were doing things and we felt that we'd be listened to, just, you know, and people cared about our story. That's the thing, it's all about care as well, you know. Do people really care? You know, but, you know, I care, and as I said, I'm putting my story, putting myself in a bit of a vulnerable position in a way, because some of these are like some of my deepest thoughts. But, you know, yeah, for me, I thought it was the perfect time, man. And if I can connect with people and get them, you know, really, you know, saying, oh, that's my story and that, you know, then that's the aim of the book.
I hear that, fully hear that, because that is literally what we do as artists. You just want to push out your stuff, get there, do you know what I mean? Get people to relate. Like I said, if y'all have any relations or views or opinions that you care to share, do share it on our post when we post up the link.
Please
and
do.
Do share it on Amazon. Like he said, the book is on Amazon. Share your reviews on Amazon, and he will surely, that he'll be glad to hear what you have to say about his work. You know what I mean? We appreciate that. Because like I said, it's growth. Even that in itself, this is your first step, you know? You're just taking a big step into a wide world, you know? Like,
100%.
everyone's just like, maybe I don't know how people are going to take this, you know, the anxiety around it.
It's all that. It's all that. You know, it's all that. That alone was a journey. I ain't going to lie. That alone was a journey.
That first step, and now it's just like that cringe of waiting.
Yeah.
To say what they need to say about it. And I get that.
100%.
We get that with music all the time. People are that. We are so fussy out here, I'm telling you. Like, that's why we get like a self-critic. We become a self-critic. Because sometimes you have to like remember not to be too harsh on yourself, because then you'll never get nothing out, you know?
See, that is it. That for me is the biggest battle of it all, yeah. The fact that you turn that self-critic away, you push him away, push him away and say, listen, I'm going to do this anyway, yeah. Yeah, all of the fear and everything that comes with that. No, I'm gonna push that away. I'm gonna do it anyway.
And I can gather that's all in the book
and
somewhere,
hope
innit?
it
I know, I
works.
can
And hope
see-
it works.
I can see that's all in the book somewhere, yo, guys.
100%.
You're not alone out here. You get me?
You're
Just
not.
know that Maximus has got the books for you.
I
You
got
get
you,
me?
man,
Y'all,
I got
y'all
you.
can sit
Trust
there,
me.
brothers unite. You get me?
100%,
Because y'all need to have
100%.
each other's backs as well, man. You get
Especially
me? Like,
now.
us females learned a long time ago. You know, we used to cry at each other's faces and thing. You get me? But we learned that we're queens within ourselves. So who am I to
All-
knock down the next queen?
Big
So
up to
now
all
when
my
I see a
queens.
lot of queens, we all smile. Hi, I like your dress.
Yep.
Yeah, some people might think it's fake. It ain't. It's actually, I adore what you're wearing. It
Yep.
suits you. I like how you rocked it. I wish I could rock it like that.
Yep.
Give them a little bit of uplifting instead of just knocking everybody down. Like, because a lot of men have got ego.
Thank you.
Yeah, your ego can get the better of
yeah.
you sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but as a female, I've got an ego, so
Yeah.
I kind of understood that male ego. And as a
100%.
female, I used to use my feminineness to get around y'all ego.
No, 100%.
Yeah, but it was like the only way I could soft out an ego because I was like, y'all really don't see yourselves. Like that ego will swallow you up, you know.
So can it, and it can paralyze you. Yeah, like this is one of those projects that I just bypass the ego
Yo,
to
man,
actually
you
put
ain't
it
gotta
out.
be
I
so
bypass.
proud,
You
man.
don't. No, you don't. And there is help out there. There's help out there. But even sometimes to your brethrens, sometimes you have to be open to certain brethrens. If
Yeah,
you're
that
going
comes
through
with the
hell,
trust- the
no,
trust
it
element,
does as
I
well.
think
And
everyone's got a
sometimes you
trust
get
issue
hurt.
out
No,
here, you
sometimes
get
you get
me?
hurt in the process. Yeah, sometimes you get to learn who's really got your back and stuff like this. But even if you've got two friends in your little council or whatever, and you pour out certain feelings or whatever and stuff, because it's better than you doing that than bottling everything up and it comes out in an undesirable way. That'll be my thing.
That I can fully agree.
Yeah.
I kind of learned to just put it into my lyrics.
That's
You get me?
exactly.
But
you
it's
see?
nice writing it, but it's like I had to do an extra step. I was like, I need to say it. I need to let you know. Like,
No, exactly,
that was you
exactly.
publishing, right?
Exactly. No, exactly. That's the
I get it. Nah,
That's the
I
biggest
rate you,
thing.
'cause
No,
writing
that's
a
it.
book is hard. Like to criticize it, that 16 bar is like one of your pages.
Yeah.
So
no, exactly.
to do a book and how many pages is in your book? It goes
It's-
like 100
it's 100
you get
pages in total.
That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
100
yeah,
bars,
yeah,
fam.
yeah,
like,
yeah, trust me.
Yo, and that's back and front. So actually, it's 200. Yeah.
Exactly. No, I love that. Back to the
That's a
embellishment.
lot of words.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, I struggle. Yeah, I used to struggle a lot with writing. I was saying it to Lady J. I was on her show yesterday, and we was talking about kids in school and how sometimes it's how you intake the learning
Yeah.
and repeat it.
Yeah.
And I had a problem with repeating. I could take in as much information. It's all sat in my bank. I'm good. You get me?
Yeah.
My memory's really sharp like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But writing, I was just not down for it. You get me? There's literally only through creative writing that I started to write because it didn't matter what I wrote. If that made sense, you see what I'm saying? It was for me. It was my own justice, of what I wanted to put out. So it had no mark to it. You get me?
That's what I'm talking. Exactly that.
I love it. Writing books,
Exactly
imaginative, all
that.
fantasy books. I used to love that. But you know what annoyed me when they started making films or books?
Yeah.
Because I had my own imagination of the characters, right?
See.
And then they go make the character, and it didn't look nothing like what I assumed the character looked like.
That's always disappointing.
But that's because they built it upon a basic
I get that.
image.
I
you
get that.
get
No,
me?
I
But
get that.
everybody had it in their head like different
what it's gonna be.
characters.
No,
They
exactly.
were like, we used to read Uncle Tom. I think it's those Uncle Tom or something like that. We used to read the book from the school. And it's like they used to draw the characters.
Yeah.
Everyone's character was different. I used to love that. I was like, yo, we all got given the same thing, but it's all different. Look.
Exactly.
You get it? Like the creativeness was just crazy.
That's
You
how-
get me?
that's how it should
Primary
be.
school was a joy, man. They tried to dead out our creativeness in secondary. I took all the art classes because I wanted to stay creative.
No. I love that. That's
It's
exactly how it
crazy.
should be. No, for sure.
Writing's
Sure.
an art in form in itself. Yo, that's good. I can't wait to read what you've got because even speaking, you're very articulate. You're very,
Thank you.
you're directed. You get me?
No,
you
no,
know what
thank
you want to
you.
say. You get it out well.
Thank
So
you.
I want to
Thank
see
you.
how your pen is to paper.
I
Because it's
appreciate
probably
that.
10 times better than speaking.
No, I'm loving. Listen, I love that. I hope so. That's all I can say. I hope that people like it. That's
Yeah,
the bottom
man.
line. I
Y'all
hope people
gotta
like
let
it.
us know if you
For
like
sure.
the book. Go and check it out on Amazon. Y'all can cop that. You get me? Make sure you leave your reviews.
Please.
Maximus would love that. You see what I'm saying?
Please,
Poetry
yeah.
from pain.
Poetry from pain. I've
See,
delved
I
into
got
the
it now.
deep end. No, loving that.
Y'all need to go and check that out.
Loving that.
Saying that, this is my boy Friction. This is his poetry from pain. So let us know what you think of this.
Loving
This
that.
one's Star Life, and it's straight from him yardy, but in England. So I dance how you okay thing, you know.
Yeah.
Big up there Kingston and Clarendon Kang, you get me?
Big up,
This
big
one's
up.
Star Life.
Yeah, man.
Me coulda dead fi hungry, cause me coulda find money. I fi find money, cause me I fi mind mommy. Yeah, life no sweet, but it's sticky and no honey. If I never fi music, woulda have me gonna boss it. I eat every day, cause the love stick when it dirty. But I'm me legacy, yeah, that me I go fit. Cash I make in a hurry, so mama you no fi worry. We coulda have it worse, we coulda live in a gully. I know true man a sachi, make me want live star life. Tired fi a walk that me want live car life. I know true me live a foreign that we know about our life. If I never fi music, woulda have gun pan side. I know true man a sachi, make me want live star life. Tired fi a walk that me want live car life. I know true me live a foreign that we know about our life. Me not talk about star sign, but me want live star life. Alright, hard life, can't hold me down like no anchor. Me have life, so what that me give thanks for. Mama prepares me give her everything she asks for. Some of me family now want me bust like me a tanker. Why them a bad minded and ya? But a friction them can't conquer. Even your warm blood with a want to see a fault. I lucky thing me never beg them no sponsor. No, life tough inna the street, you see it look like poverty they pan repeat. After just inna the street, they buy a piece of me. Cause nothing no worse than me hungry a bit. I know true man a sachi make me want live star life. Tired fi a walk that me want live car life. I know true me live a foreign that we know about our life. If I never fi music, woulda have gun pan side. I know true man a sachi make me want live star life. Tired fi a walk that me want live car life. I know true me live a foreign that we know about our life. Me not talk about star sign, but me want live star life. Me coulda dead fi hungry, cause me coulda find money. I fi find money, cause me I fi mind mommy. Yeah, life no sweet, but it's sticky and no honey. If I never fi music, woulda have me gonna boss it. I eat every day, cause the love stick when it dirty. But I'm me legacy, yeah, that me I go fit. Cash I make in a hurry, so mama you no fi worry. We coulda have it worse, we coulda live in a gully. I know true man a sachi make me want live star life. Tired fi a walk that me want live car life. I know true me live a foreign that me know about our life. If I never fi music, woulda have gun pan side. I know true man a sachi make me want live star life. Tired fi a walk that me want live car life. I know true me live a foreign that me know about our life. Me not talk about star sign, but me want live star life.
Y'all need to go and check out Friction. I'm not even joking. Killing it
That-
out here.
That is banging.
You related, innit?
That is
You fully
banging.
related, innit?
That is banging. When he's talking about hard life and loving that. Loving that. That needed to pull up, man. Serious.
You should have said I would have done it.
That was serious, man. Seriously. Yeah, man.
y'all
Yeah,
gotta
loving
go
that.
big up
Loving that.
Friction. I
Loving
told
that.
y'all can catch me at 5 o'clock pushing these UK artists. Y'all can tap in on that. You get me? Y'all have been locked into London Hot Radio, but we still got some more to talk about because y'all from Yard and Ting, so you relate to the tune.
Relate to that.
You get me?
Loving
So
that.
obviously,
Loving that.
in it, he's kind of saying like it was music that saved him from pulling gun.
Just like that. Yeah. You pulled up. You picked up on that lyric too.
That was
Yeah. Exactly. The tune was banging and then that bit just made it just set up like this. Yeah, set up. Yeah, love that. Love
Right,
that.
all
love
them artists that I played, y'all better realize you just got a review from a writer that has just published his first book.
Thank you.
Thank you for reviewing them because they needed that justice as much as you're gonna need the same with your book. So y'all need to go and check out that book on Amazon. You get
Check it
make
out,
sure
please,
you copy
peep.
it. Make sure you put your little reviews. Make sure you read it. Read it,
100%.
top to the back, yeah.
100%.
Make sure.
It won't take too long to even read, but just if you're deep, if you're deep, you know what I mean. You could get through that in a couple hours, you know what I mean. Maybe 2-3 hours and that. Yeah, it's not even that long.
Says the writer. I bet you read a lot.
You know what? I used to read more than I read now. I'll be honest, but I have had periods of my life where I've really
So
read
what
very
books,
often.
like authors, do you kind of look up to or read that gives you your enjoyment?
I'll be honest. My favourite author is a gentleman from Brazil. His name's Paulo Coelho.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote The Alchemist.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got quite a few books, and I just love his style. There's another book he wrote called The Manual of the Warrior of Light. and I can really
I have
resonate
to
with
check
that.
out these books
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, I'm
yeah, yeah,
intrigued.
yeah,
I do read.
yeah. It's good. No, trust me, man.
I like my
trust
Daniel
me.
Steele books.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
like my Mallory Blackman.
Yeah.
and-
See, I love those people too. No, I do. No,
I
for
know a
sure,
little bit
for
about
sure.
reading. Don't
For
get
sure,
twisted,
for sure.
people.
No. I love all that as well. But just as wide as I can make it at times,
I hear that. Any young and up and coming artists,
Yeah,
like writers that you know about,
yeah,
that you'd like to big up?
People like George the Poet's doing his thing, man.
Oh, fully.
Yeah,
He is, isn't he?
100%,
Oh my
100%.
gosh.
Yeah, I know that there's many others as well, up and coming as well, and obviously the artists as well that, I never thought I'd see a time when UK artists were really,
Pushing.
they're at the top.
They're
They're at the
pushing,
top.
yeah,
They're at the
pushing,
top of the
yeah,
game. Yeah.
Pushing in our lane, yeah.
100%.
Their UK is dope out here.
100%. Yeah, millionaires now. Yeah, that was a long time. It took a long time. I remember I used to go to Himash's studio back in Streatham a long time ago. Big up to Himash for that. Sin. Sorry, man. Sorry, Sin. He had to correct me over there, yeah?
You call me that, but the rest of the people ain't supposed to know.
Yeah, exactly.
DJ Sin in the place.
Exactly, yeah, big up Sin. Yeah.
Always big him up, man.
From them
Legendary,
days.
absolutely
Trust
legendary.
me.
Catching shows, yeah, the way he chops it up. Because I was saying about DJs, I'm not really a DJ. I'm just a selector, innit? I select UK tunes, I play them. You get me? But these lot DJ, like when they're mixing the tunes, yeah, yo, and they're scratching, yo, I'm like fascinated. I'm like, yo, did you hear that? Did you see it though? But you can watch it and hear it at the same time. Like people look at me like I'm crazy.
No, I get it. I used to watch them too and think, yeah.
Get me? But it's like the pen to paper. It's the same thing.
Same
you get
thing.
me? Like I hear certain bars and I'm like, did you get what they said? Like,
Yeah.
like I could flip it in any way. You get me? But I'm amazed by screenwriters as well.
So,
like the
same.
Matrix, you can break it down into like 13 different frequencies. Like
Seriously.
literally.
No, you
There's
probably
like
can.
many mini stories in there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah.
major story, like
can-
you depending on what frequency you're on,
Yeah.
depends on what you're taking from that program.
So you know all about frequencies. I am loving that. I'm loving that. That's a different level,
Music is
seriously.
frequencies, isn't it? How could you not know?
No, 100%. But yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, but
talking
then
about.
there's frequencies
That's
in
what I'm talking
writing
about.
as well.
Yeah,
I realise that. That's why
100%.
I know, like spelling, like it comes back to like cursing or whatever. It's like literally it's a magic within itself.
It is a magic.
Language is a magic within itself. You see
Even
what I'm
tone
saying?
is a magic.
Exactly
You
that.
know
Yeah,
how much
phonics,
in
you
life?
say
Yeah,
phonics and all
exactly.
of
We were
that,
talking about this
exactly.
before. Exactly.
Yeah,
How
it's
much?
crazy.
You know what I mean? 100%.
Oh, gosh, y'all gotta go and cop this. But I'm actually intrigued to find what's in between these pages. You know them ones there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yo, your tune gets ripped up all the time on here. Y'all need to lock in a lot more. Yeah. Make sure you
100%.
lock in at 5 o'clock for the UK spins. You get me?
Make
And,
sure
yo,
you do.
It has been a pleasure to have you in my seat. Fam.
Thank you for having me.
Nah,
No, real talk.
anytime,
I appreciate this. I
anytime, bruv,
appreciate it.
anytime. Yeah, y'all go cop the book. I'm not even joking. This Trixie's telling you it's an order. No,
You have to listen to Tricks, man. I'm loving that. I'm loving that.
Just
I'm loving
hearing you
that.
talk,
I'm
even
loving
that,
that.
it's just intriguing. It's very intriguing. You get me?
Yeah.
Nah, well done. I
Yeah,
hope
thank
your
you.
book gets its praises and its
Thank
dues.
you. No, I hope
don't know
so.
how it works in the book world. How you get? How does it work? The getting your like different levels of, because we got charts for the English. You
Yeah,
get me? And
yeah.
We got like certain making money network. You know, profit. That's where it gets you sitting in certain chains. So how would that work in writing?
Well, to be honest, all I'm trying to do, my biggest goal right now is to push the book out to as many people in these difficult times as I can.
yourselves
So
up.
that's my not even
just people reading it.
People reading it,
He
people
just wants his
engaging
message
with
out
reading
there,
again.
even
You know, a lot of people, as we were saying before, don't read and they don't read enough.
It's true.
Yeah, a lot of the times,
Sometimes
the
they
magic
got nothing
is
to
in
relate to.
between
Yeah.
the pages.
Yes,
Yeah,
go and check it in between the
And that's-
pages.
and
it's
that's
true.
what I'm saying,
'Cause
so-
it took me a long time to get into certain books. Like I said, I relate to certain authors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
only read certain books because I relate to those authors, and then I'm fussy about picking up a new book because I'm like, until I read what they've got.
It's a lot of
I don't
time.
wanna buy it.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
time. To waste
Yeah.
and money to waste if you don't enjoy the
It's
book.
true,
You know what I mean?
it's
So
true.
that's what.
Oh
yeah,
well, I'm
100%.
going to 100. Literally enjoy your book because I know from talking to you, I know I'm gonna enjoy what's written. I'm actually intrigued because I know
I
you
hope
talking
so.
isn't the same as you writing.
No, it isn't. But I
But it is
appreciate
a
that.
part
I
of
do.
your mind, isn't
I
it?
do
So it's a
appreciate
part
that.
of you that's on the page.
It's a part of me on that page, on those
I'm loving
pages.
that. I'm
100%.
absolutely loving
100%. Yeah.
Yes, people.
Yeah, big up.
Go and buy the book. I'm gonna thump out one last one before I leave because we're on a positive note. I'm gonna play my decks because I love her
Positive
so much.
vibrations.
And she's been out there pushing her stuff and she's been getting her message out there.
Yes.
She's been doing this tour around the UK right now.
That's
You
what I'm
get me?
talking
So y'all
about.
need to go
That's
and
what I'm
check her
talking
out.
about.
She's
Check
been
her
pushing
out.
her youngers and that as well. She don't even just think about herself. She
That's-
actually bridges through other people that she feels has good talent or she relates to.
And that's what we have to
And
be
that's
on.
exactly,
Yeah.
fully
Moving
agree
together.
with that.
Yeah, together.
Yeah, so she's
together.
British, but she's also on this UK dancehall scene. This one here is Mind Over Matter. Y'all have been
Mind
locked into
Over
London
Matter.
Hot Radio. This has been a 2-2's exclusive. It ain't even a special. I'm gonna say exclusive.
I'm loving that.
because we ain't had an author in this hot seat yet.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that.
Y'all gotta go and check out Maximus's book online. This one here, Mind Over Matter.
Big up, big up, big up, big up. Love it, love that, love that, love that.
Anything you do, make sure you do it proper. Not stand by the corner. Fucking dirt